Hi guys, so welcome to the first installment of Art Tea. We're just going to be having tea and doing art and talking about a topic. I wanted to create something that was a bit of a different thing for you guys, that meant that if I couldn't film a long weekly studio vlog for some reason, I can still get you guys an interesting video full of art. So I'm going to be working on this week's sketchbook spread today, and the tea I'm drinking is mint clean green matcha. You saw it start by Pucker, so good in my little teapot. And the topic I'm going to be talking about is starting college and my fears around it, as someone who has been homeschooled for 2 years and literally has not been in a school environment for almost 2 years, and my kind of fears around it and my worries about it as someone who doesn't necessarily know the majority of what you're taught in GCSE art and stuff. I don't really have things back out, and I'd like to talk about that. So little disclaimer here, if you want to just see me draw, you are absolutely welcome to mute me and to put on your own music in the background. You're absolutely welcome to do that if you'd like, so don't feel pressured to listen to me ramble about stuff basically. If you'd like to listen, cool. Let's get on to doing the art. Okay guys, I'm not really sure how to do this, but we're just gonna go for it, because first time doing it, we're gonna go for it. I've got 7 minutes roughly to do this. So, the biggest one of my anxieties, one of my fears about college is how COVID might affect what I thought college was going to be, or how I kind of prepared myself for what it was going to be. Obviously, I didn't 100% know to begin with what college was going to be like, but I had this idea in my head, and I'm very afraid that COVID's going to have changed that, because I had prepared myself for something that might not be how it works. Like, I'd prepared myself for socialising with people, for working with other people, and getting to know other people in the art realm, and I don't think that's really going to happen, because, you know, we're going to have to stay 6 feet apart. I'm not going to be able to do group projects in the way that I'd imagine them doing, and that is quite scary for me, because I like to prepare myself for certain things, and I'm not quite sure how to prepare myself for college in September when I start. It might not even be starting in September, and that is what's really, it's really worrying me about that, because I have anxiety, so I worry about things that sometimes don't need to be worried about. But it is a worry of mine that how my idea of what college was going to be is going to change because of COVID, and it bothers me that I'm worried about that. And it's like, but I think other people are worried about that. I think other people are in my same boat, kind of thing, because everyone is afraid of how COVID is going to affect the rest of our schooling careers, kind of thing. And that's really scary. So I feel like I'm not alone in the feeling that, like, how is COVID going to affect college? But at the same time, I feel very alone. You know? It's how I feel, and I hate it, but I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to look at the updates on my college website, at kind of what they're preparing to do and what they're thinking of doing, and just trying to keep up to date with things. And I think that's the best thing that anyone can do in this situation, is keep up to date with what your school, what your college is doing, because what the government as a whole chooses to do is a decision that everyone has to go with, but schools in singular places definitely can choose to do or not to do certain things, and they can have it exactly as the government goes, or they can do it harsher than the government kind of is suggesting, kind of thing. So it's just best to look at where you're going and look at that, because what my college is doing is going to be different to what your college is doing. Just know that you're not alone with the whole fear of, like, what's going to happen because of COVID, kind of thing, and how is it going to affect my schooling career. Hopefully it won't affect it that much, but we can only hope at this point. Literally the biggest problem I have is not knowing GCSE art. And I understand that in my college that is a bit of an advantage. That sounds really weird. Not doing GCSE art shouldn't be an advantage in an art school. By the way, GCSEs, if you're not from the UK, is our like system before going into college. You do your GCSEs, which are like tests, but yeah, they're tests, and you do them. I don't really know much about them. I haven't done my GCSEs. I haven't been in school since year 10, so I know that that's a little bit of an advantage in my school. If you're wondering, I'm going to Plymouth College of Art, and I'm doing the Geiger course, which is graphic design, illustration, and game arts. Just thought I'd put that out there for you guys. And I'm rambling. And with that course, talking to the head of the course, he said that homeschool students actually have a bit of an advantage, because what they do during the first kind of 6 months is unschooling what school has taught you, because it's not how shit works kind of thing. So I do have an advantage in that, but I also worry because I'm going to be ahead of the class in that. And that kind of worries me, that I already learn in a more efficient way than people do in school. I'm actually taking in the information instead of just putting it in my brain to blurt it out on a test, if you get what I mean. It's kind of what school is about, and it kind of bothers me, but like, you know. And like, that's worrying me, that I also don't have 2 sketchbooks worth of GCSE work to show for what I can do. I have some stuff that I've done on the internet, really. And I do have a lot of stuff portfolio-wise, but not as much. It's like a different amount of stuff. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit weird about it. College projects are kind of helping a bit with that, with the fact that I'm pushing myself to do what I would have done in GCSEs for it, if you get what I mean. I don't know. I feel like this is fun. This is like I'm talking to a friend. Another thing that worries me a lot is to do with you guys and to do with my posting schedule. I don't know how it's going to change at the moment. I'm not sure how it's going to work with doing schoolwork as well. I know that, if you don't know, on Instagram I post Monday and Friday. Monday I post a finished illustration, and Friday I post a sketchbook spread. The sketchbook spread thing will probably stay the same, because I can do that on the train on the way to school and the way home, but the finished piece once a week is going to be a bit much, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hold that up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hold up filming videos for you. That's why I've created Arty, so I can kind of do something that takes less time for me to do, but is still entertaining and educational, I guess, for you guys. I don't know. But that's worrying me a lot, because I really don't know how that's going to change, because I don't know how that works. And a little segue from that point into the fact that I don't do well around people, and I haven't been like in a school environment in almost 2 years now, and I don't do well around people. I work alone during the week, and I basically stay alone. Yay. And I'm quite worried about the spending time with people, and how that's going to affect my mental health, and how that's going to affect how tired I am, because when I'm around people I get really tired, and I'd like to not be too tired to work when I get home on some personal things. But you know, it is what it is, and what happens, if you get what I mean. This is going pretty good. I don't know how much more time I have left. Not a lot, but you know. So yeah, it was kind of my fears around starting college, and I just wanted to do this video to kind of show that if you have fears around starting college this year, if you are a new college student this year, or you are going back to college, it's okay to be afraid of things. Everyone's afraid of things. It's a new part in your life, and it's scary. So I'm about to run out of time. I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook. I will see you next week. Bye.